Good morning, guys. Hope you guys have been doing well. We're getting near the end of the semester. We've got like 3 more chapters. Well, you're almost done with chapter 10, and then there's chapter 11, and chapter 12 is super short. So we're almost done. Let's see. So since we met last, you guys covered all of chapter 8, which was like the shortest chapter of the book on current liabilities. The biggest parts of that chapter that were new were recording payroll and sales tax. So if you have any questions about chapter 8, you can hold those to the end and we'll talk about those. But chapter 8 was what you guys did last Wednesday. Gotta get my days right. And then for Monday, you guys started chapter 10, which was stockholders' equity. And like I said in the videos, it kind of builds on what we already knew about stockholders' equity. We already knew how to record the common stock transaction, but we learned about par value and how to record par value with that additional paid-in capital account when you're issuing common stock above par value. And I updated the test 4 grades for your bonus points. As far as working ahead, I did want to tell you guys that if you're wanting to work ahead, all of the chapter 10 videos obviously are up because that's what we're covering today. Let's finish up chapter 10. Then for chapter 11, I have got 1 and 2 up, and I plan on finishing the rest of that chapter today and posting those. And I've already got the videos up for 12. I skipped ahead and did 12 because there's only 2 learning objectives in 12, and it's very short. So if you're wanting to work ahead, by the end of today, the lecture videos for the rest of the semester should be up. Do keep in mind, though, that you've got to come in and complete these attendance assignments every Monday and Wednesday. And you'll see I've got all the folders open for the rest of the semester. So you can go in and see, like next week, you'll be doing a review for test 5 and starting on the first half of chapter 11. And the introduction videos are not all up, and the attendance assignments are not all up yet, but I'm hoping to have those done today as well. And then you'll see finish chapter 11, go into chapter 12, and then the last week is the final exam week. And right now I don't have the final exam folder open, so if you click on this link, you can't go into it because I'm still working on the details of the final exam. Excuse me. Sorry. Do keep in mind, though, that test 5 is coming up and it covers chapters 8 and 10. So I would wait to move too far ahead until you've taken test 5. And test 5 is next week. So the review is on Monday. The tests are open next Monday after class time, and you'll have until the following Friday to complete it. So definitely want to, keep test 5 in mind. That's the last test that we have. It's on chapters 8 and 10. And then the final exam is comprehensive on all the chapters. So 11 and 12 will be added in, and it will be on all the chapters. Also, keep in mind this project is open. It's an accounting cycle project. It's open now, and you have until May the 10th to complete it. You do get 2 attempts. You're able to revise your first attempt, and you get 2 check my works per attempt. This is an algorithmic problem, so you have different numbers than your classmates. But this project tips document kind of gives you information on everybody. So it tells you, you're going to start with the beginning ledger balance of the account balances, record the transactions, and you'll see those XXs because the numbers are different. But it gives you some ideas of how to record the transactions. and what chapter to find them all in. And then the adjusting entries gives you some hints about those, and then how to finish this out. I highly recommend that you do some T accounts to help keep up with this. If you got to do them by hand, but T accounts are going to be your saving grace on this project. While I've got this open, this is our calendar. So today we have a live class to finish up chapter 10. Your homework for the second half will be due Friday. Learn Smart. Then we have test day. Then we'll move on to chapter 11, and we have a live class on the 29th. I definitely encourage you guys to come because the first part of chapter 11 is complex, and you'll want to come and ask me questions and see me discuss that chapter. Then we'll have a live class on the 6th to cover the last bit of stuff, and then a live class on the 11th, and we're done. Final exam week, projects due, final exam review, final exam will be due on the 13th by 11:59 p.m. And I'll talk more about that in some videos as well, but I did want to point those out. Let's see. Oh, I posted this in our Microsoft Teams. We had a virtual accounting club meeting yesterday, and we had a really great guest speaker talking about fraud and the triangle and uncovering fraud. Her job as a CFE. Really interesting video. I encourage you to watch this and learn more about fraud and like some local cases, more than I talked about in class that day. And we have another accounting club meeting this coming up Tuesday at 12. Jonathan Krafchick, who is going to be our lead speaker at the Taste of Accounting event, is doing a presentation about data analytics and accounting, and I think it's going to be really interesting. He's a great speaker, so come check that out. You should all be members of the virtual accounting club right here, and it will be, the link is under the right here. You can reply to this, click on this link to get to it. So that is the virtual accounting club. What am I doing? Let's see. So you'll see all the folders are open, but chapter 10. So for Monday's class, we covered the first part of chapter 10, which was, we talked about the corporate form of ownership, issuance of common stock, issuance of preferred stock, and accounting for treasury stock. And then for today, you're talking about retained earnings and cash dividends, the effect of stock dividends and stock splits, preparing and analyzing the stockholders' equity section of the balance sheet and that statement of stockholders' equity, and then some key performance ratios on stockholders' equity. So right now, if you go to chapter 10, to additional resources, class packet, you'll see day 1 is the only packet up. I'm working on getting day 2 up, and it should be up after class. But this was the day 1 packet, talking about issuing common shares as no par value and par value, issuing shares, repurchasing your own shares as treasury stock, and then reselling only part of your initial purchase of treasury stock. So there's only 2 questions there, so it shouldn't take me very long to work on those, and I'll post the answer key to that tomorrow, as well as the answer key to the part 2 packet. Also, registration is open for summer classes and fall, so make sure you're getting registered for classes in Web Advisor. If you have any questions about registration, shoot me an email, and I'll see if I can look up who your advisor is so they can help you to get registered. Right now, summer classes are completely online. Don't know if we're going to have any seated classes in the summer or not, but right now they are a lot of options out there for summer classes. If you're thinking about taking 121, that is offered this summer. It'll probably fill up fast, but it is a faster paced course, and because it is summer and it's online. So if you don't get into 121 this summer, definitely want to take it in the fall, and I recommend taking it as a hybrid or blended class when it's offered, because 121 is a completely different kind of animal than this class. I'll get myself together in a second. Does anybody have any questions about chapter 8 or chapter 10 before I go any farther? And you're welcome to type it in chat if you do. So this is where we start today. Make sure you're understanding the 3 different dividend dates and how to record any transactions. You don't record a transaction on the record date. That is just a date in which the board of directors looks to see who owns the stock. Stock splits and stock dividends can be tricky. Make sure you're reading the book on that section well, and reviewing these slides, because it can be kind of tricky to follow the stock dividend, stock split information. The difference is with a small stock dividend, we're going to record it at market value. So you've got that additional paid in capital line. Whereas a large stock dividend or a stock split, you record it at par value. So you only have stock dividends and common stock. Here you have stock dividends, common stock, and additional paid in capital. And then lastly, you have your ratios to review for the chapter. So I'm getting the packet prepared now. And I'll have that up. Anybody have any questions about anything? Everything going well? Your online classes or your virtual classes going well? Okay. Well, make sure that you are going to today's folder. Make sure you're going to watch the lecture videos. I'll have the packet posted, and make sure to get this attendance assignment done by 11:59 p.m. tonight to be counted present. If you don't get it done, you will not be counted present. We are keeping attendance still in these classes. So I've sent some emails out to people checking in on you guys, and I need your responses. I need you to respond if you've gotten emails, if you've missed classes. But otherwise, if not, I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I will meet with you guys again next Wednesday. Remember, I am here for you. I want to see you succeed. Just because we don't have a live class every Monday and Wednesday, I'm still here for you during our class time. So like on Monday from 9 to 11:15, if you're working on the test review and you have questions about any of the material, shoot me a text, email me, message me in Microsoft Teams, and I will get back to you pretty quickly, because that is the time that is set aside for you guys. So do take advantage of my office hours and our class times with questions. I'm here for you. We're going to get through all of this.